Hi friends, welcome to Timing Python series. In this video, we're going to talk about how to reshape a pandas data frame using pivot and melt functions. As you can see in this example, I've used two Excel files and I've given the links for those Excel files to practice in this blog post. We're going to take a small example to illustrate this pivot and melt function. In this example on the left hand side, you can see I have a data frame where I have three columns called name, date and sales. Each row has name and date combination as unique. So here you can see John and this date he got this much sales, Harris on this date he got this much sales, and here in this row you can see John and some other different date. That means name and date combination is unique for each row in this data frame. If I do pivot over this data frame, you can change this date column, which is the one of the identifier of this row, to be a header of this data frame. I kept the name in the left column and I've changed the date to be instead of the column, I've made the date as the header of this data frame and I populated those cells into this data frame. So using a pivot function, I can take one of the identifier column of a data frame and make it a header like this. So pivot function can be useful to present your data frame more elegantly, and it can be useful for your reporting purposes. And the opposite of pivot is melt. So here if you have a data frame something like this on the right hand side where your identifying column is in the header, you can move that column from header to the row using melt. In this example you can see I have got the name as a column and the another identifying value which is the date of the header. So if I want to move this header to the column, so I just call melt. So what happens is that this header will be moved to the row and it will be once again something like this. So let us see how can we use the pivot function. In the pivot function, we have to give three inputs. One input is the index. Which column is going to be the index of this new pivoted data frame? In this example, I want name to be the index of this pivoted data frame. So I say the index column would be the name, and what column is going to be the header of this new data frame which is going to be pivoted. And in my case, I want date to be the header of this new data frame, right? So that's why columns equal to date, and then what values are going to be populated. So in this example I am populating the sales as the cells of this pivoted data frame, so I will write values equal to sales. So the three inputs which you want to give for a pivoted data frame is, one is the index which is going to be the new index of this new pivoted data frame, and another is the columns, so which column is going to be in the header of this new data frame, and the another value is the values column. So you're telling which column is going to be used to populate the cells of this new pivoted data frame. In my case, my sales column is going to be used to populate this new data frame, right? So that's why I said values equal to sales. So pivot function is that simple, guys. You just write df.pivot and give the three arguments and your new pivoted data frame will be ready for you. So now let's see how we can use the melt function. So if you have a data frame like this and if you want the header to be collapsed as a column of this new data frame like this, so you got to call a melt, right? And so for that, what you got to do is you just say what is the id vars. So what it is asking is what is the id variable. So here my id column will be name, so that's why I'm writing df.melt id vars equal to name. Alright, so let's try to take a demo of pivot and melt functions. I have downloaded the two files required for this tutorial from my blog post and I have pasted in this folder. I'm going to open this folder with VS Code. I'm going to create a new file and I'm going to name it index.py. I'm going to use Jupyter notebooks so that I can interactively see the output. Alright, the first thing which I'm going to do is I'm going to import pandas as PD. So I'll write import pandas as PD. Alright, so now I'll just run this. So I've got my first statement executed. Now here I'm going to import my data frame. I'll just write df equal to pd dot read excel pivot underscore data underscore one dot xlsx. So I'm going to print this data frame. So let me run this cell. Here you can see I've got my data frame and here my columns are name, date and sales. So if I want to pivot this data frame and if I want the date column to be as a header of this new data frame, what I'm going to do is I'm creating a new data frame called df1 equal to df dot pivot, and here I'm going to give the new index as index equal to, the index is new index will be name. I just write name, and the new header is going to be columns equal to, and here I'm going to give the new column name which is the date, and then what values are going to be populated in the new data frame. It's from the column sales, so I'll just write values equal to, and here I'm going to write sales. I'm going to print this data frame again. I'll just type print df1. So if I just run this cell, here you can see my new data frame has date in the header and name in the index, and the sales are being populated here. You can do this the other way around also. I'll just write index equal to date. So if you want the date wise sales of each person, I'll just write index date and columns equal to name. And if I just run this cell, here you can see I've got date in the left index and I've got the names as the header of this data frame. So that's how you can use pivot, guys. So let's try to now use melt. For the sake of using melt, I've got a data frame and I've saved it in the data frame called melt underscore data underscore one.xlsx. So I'm going to read it now. I'll just write df equal to pd dot read underscore xl, and here I'm going to write the data frame name. I'll just write melt underscore data underscore one.xlsx, and I'm going to print this data frame now. I'll just run this cell. So here you can see I've got the name on the left column and date as a header. So if you want this header to be the column, I can use the melt function. It's really simple to use melt, guys. I'll just write df1 equal to df dot melt, and here I'll just write id underscore vars equal to, and the id vars is basically the name column. So I'll just write name. I'm going to write this and I'm going to print this data frame. I'll just write print df1. So here if I run this cell, the header which was the date came as the column, and the values which are in the cells also got populated here as per the name and variable combination. So if you want to just rename the columns of this data frame, you just write df1.rename and columns equal to and give the mapping. So here I want the variable to be replaced with date and I want the value column to be replaced with sales. So if I just run this, my new data frame columns are renamed. So I'll just rename the columns as per my requirement and the new names will be populated in the data frame. So this way, using melt, I can melt the data frame header as a row of the new data frame, and this can be used for populating values in the database and so on. You can see I've created a blog post on reshaping pandas data frame using pivot and melt. I've also given the code sample so that you can practice it in your own computer. So be sure to check out the link of this blog post in the video description. There's one more important point you got to note while using the pivot function. Pivot function will throw an error if the combination of index and column is not unique. Suppose you want to pivot this data frame, and if your name date combination is not unique across this data frame, you're going to get the duplicate row error while using the pivot function. So you're going to make sure that your columns which you are using while pivoting should have a unique combination across all the rows. Hope you like this video, guys. Thank you for watching.